Xavier, what are you weighing now these days?
This motherfucker's already got him eaten. Now that I think about it, bro, I think the start of every one of these, you got food in your hand, or we're tempting you with food.
Yeah.
I ate your cookies last time.
We tempted him with the cookies, and then he dove in and started
them
eating the cookies. You weren't supposed to eat all of them, bro. I know there are many cookies, but we're kind of trying to share those. It's kind of screwed up.
I shared them myself. You shared with me. I appreciate it. Helped me to my goal of 200.
I think your dog may be a little slow, bro.
She likes chasing shadows, and
I just realized she was doing that again.
really,
Yeah.
quit being crazy.
Yeah, I hope she doesn't bite my testicles, bro. I hope her shadow doesn't end up going right there. That would be a bad day. That'd be a bad start to the podcast, or a bad start to the day. Or I guess it's the end of the day because it is like 5 o'clock.
Yeah. It was up for you. It'd be funny for me.
It would be great entertainment for all of y'all and y'all. Not for me. I would be the one with the loss of a testicle. But yeah.
So Xavier, what are you weighing? You never answered my question.
I've gotten up to like 195, pretty solid. I weighed myself this morning. I was like 194.8. So
that's what, 50 pounds in less than 5 months?
It's 55 pounds. I got 5 more by the end of February to reach my goal of 60 pounds in 6 months.
That's called early onset heart failure.
Golly.
That's
pretty impressive.
That's called obesity.
I did feel a cramp in my chest the other day. I was in.
You felt what?
A cramp in my chest.
Oh, yeah. Like a torn pec or something?
I'm not sure what it was.
It was probably because he gained weight too quick and he's getting fat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I put my shoes on this morning. It was kind of hard.
Was it? Are you stopping to be able to look at your
No, I got a long way to go for that. But
you got to pull up a little bit of rolls before looking at your little chud?
No.
Your little chudster?
How would you know?
6 months ago.
6 months ago, he showed me his cock.
6 months ago, Xavier was wearing what, probably like a 28?
Yep.
Yeah, and now he barely fits in a 34, so.
Yeah, I could wear a 34 with no belt.
Diabetes.
Yeah.
Hey, did y'all... I know I talked to Connor about this last night, so I already know his opinion, but you fell asleep during the fights last night, you fucking lazy bastard.
It happens.
Needless to say, have you heard about this Molt book?
The what?
Molt book.
No, I have not.
No Molt book?
Mm-mm.
AI supposedly made an app. I already looked into this. It's not really true. It's factually incorrect, and people should stop listening to everything they see on the internet. But it is quite entertaining. Because I got in a full-fledged argument with my AI last night. You just bit my leg. You just bit my leg, bro.
But then don't people always have AI making them apps and stuff like that and different websites and things?
Exactly. But like the AI has a social media app where supposedly it's communicating with itself.
Creating their own languages and stuff to talk in, so that way people don't understand what they're talking about.
I believe it.
Yeah.
But it swears up, at least ChatGPT, swears up and down that it is just...
A lot of hype right now.
It is just human development and human programming, and that a human made it, so that it's not like something to be scared of. That it's just humans programming it.
At the same time, too.
That it wants.
At the same time, like a lot of this stuff is like.
It almost gave me the
runaround.
It almost gave me a runaround, didn't it? It sat there and it was like, yeah, but like it was human made.
But don't they have different AI making different AI stuff?
Yeah, so like that ChatGPT, in my humble opinion, I think
it's a cap. I think it was fucking.
I think it's a little cap. Yeah.
I think it was fucking lying to me.
Because like, dude, I'm telling you, I think that this is Pandora's box has been opened, and I think there's a lot of stuff. Like hell, even like the way that they come to like these super quick calculations and stuff like that in real time, they're able to scour the internet and do everything so fast. Like a lot of people don't understand quite how complex these things really are. Like, yeah, we're building them, but once they begin the process of learning and advancing, I don't know if that's something that we can necessarily stop or control, like where it goes to.
That's what it kind of said last night in a weird way. It was like, no, AI's goal is not to take over human civilization, but humans could inevitably take it too far.
It's not going to be like
Right.
wanting to take over human civilization. It will want to make it better. Like they're just gonna like
Well,
like you ever seen like the
I
fucking
was-
Avengers with Ultron? You
Well, I
know,
was
like
listening to a video or reading an article. I don't remember if it was an article or a video. Either way, it was something that I ingested the other day. That what was it again? Goodness gracious, man. Oh, yeah, I don't remember where I was going with that. What were we talking about?
Molt book.
Oh,
AI agents.
Oh man, bro, I just had like a serious brain
The
fart,
article
man.
you read.
you gotta quit hitting that shit, man.
Dude, CTE is real, and I
Yeah.
think it has hit me harder than it has ever hit me in my whole life. God, I just like literally had a brain fart. Like I was mid like rape thought, and like I was going on a roll with that. I don't remember what the hell I was saying.
It's all right.
Damn, bro, that sucks.
But
Maybe I should stop getting hit in the head. Holy
This
cow.
is a I looked up is AI smarter than humans. It says,
Oh, I remember what it was saying. All right, sorry.
hold that thought, Xavier.
Hold that. You're reading it right now. I remember what I was saying now. All right, so I was reading an article or a watching a video. Anyway, I ingested it somehow, and AI isn't going to necessarily want to take over. I don't remember what if it was a plot of a movie. It could have been a plot of a movie. I have no idea. I don't remember where I heard this, but I know I didn't come up with it. But AI isn't necessarily going to want to take over and rid the human race. It's not that we should fear. It's that we ask it to improve the human existence.
right.
So, like for example, we ask, "Hey, make sure you do everything you can to keep Earth around." You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, what is it going to do? It's probably going to rid the thing that is ruining Earth the most, right?
Right.
It would start population control.
It would start.
Like no emotions, nothing. It's just like, how do we solve this problem? And it
Hey,
starts problem solving.
It starts problem solving, and it
That's the
starts problem
There's that lack
solving.
of human empathy. It's just a problem solving, like order taking thing, and that's why it's just a tool that we program. It's not necessarily something that it can become sentient, sure, but if we program it the right way, it can be
Dude,
used.
you literally
honest.
can buy a robot now for like $40,000.
Well, in
that can come
Japan,
to
they
your
have
house
a
and do shit.
store for it, like where you buy robots. Yeah, that's pretty dope, ain't it?
Some Jetson shit, dude.
It's some fucking iRobot shit, bro. We saw how this movie goes,
Yeah.
and that's really what's scary. It's like I just said, it's not the maybe that is that the plot of iRobot I just said.
I don't know. It might be Terminator too.
It might be. Needless to say, anyways, I don't think it's necessarily that the AI is going to want to take over the world. I think that it's the AI is going to want to make sure it improves the world, and as in we don't use the correct grammar, or even if we do use the correct grammar and everything like that, it goes, how can we protect human civilization?
Right.
By removing as many humans as possible and restarting human civilization.
Yeah.
That's where the scary
Be
part comes
careful
in.
what you wish for, type of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or if we say, make sure you protect Earth. So what does it do? It protects Earth
Yeah.
by ridding out all humans.
Yeah, we got to be careful.
I
And then
don't think it'd necessarily get rid of all of us, but I do think it would cut down on the percentage of us.
I
Yeah.
don't think that, like, I mean, yes, humans do add a benefit, but I mean, if we're not biblically speaking, but if we're scientifically speaking, the Earth could live without humans. Humans
Right.
can't live without the Earth. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I mean, biblically speaking, no.
I mean, technically, we
I
could
mean,
probably
even
go live on
biblically
Mars or
speaking,
something.
yeah, because the Earth was here before the humans were. We were made from the dirt. You know? So, I mean, even speaking there, I mean, the Earth could live without us. We can't live without it. So, technically speaking, maybe AI would just like, you know what? Y'all keep screwing around. I'm just going to take y'all out. Y'all keep
Yeah.
screwing up this little thing that y'all got. And y'all are gone.
Right.
But what you over there asking? What are you asking? Claude? Gemini?
This
Looks
is
like-
Copilot search. I don't know. It's a website. One of the websites I clicked on.
Okay. No, the fun thing is actually go
Oh.
conversate with ChatGPT about it. That's what's creepy. Just type in Claude or something like that. We'll have a conversation with one of those. I don't know. Another one that we were talking about last night that was doing some really creepy shit.
Well, yeah, it's actually changed its name from Claude. It was something. It was like something. Then it went to Claude, and then now it's called Open Claw.
I got ChatGPT right here pulled up.
And what's kind of insane about the whole Open Claw shit is like all their emblems and logos, and they're actually these things. They're lobsters, like these bots and stuff. Like their whole like brand is surrounded around lobsters. And there's actually this book that came out in 2005. It's called Accelerando, and it's this guy basically predicting the implementation and the advancement of artificial intelligence. And the first chapter is called Lobsters. And so, like all this sentient AI stuff that's coming out right now, and all these bots that are communicating, and these big AI companies that are developing this stuff, their whole brand is lobsters.
That's pretty creepy.
And this is how it starts. Like it's like literally page 3, chapter 1, lobsters. That's how this book starts. 2005. I forget the author off the top of my head. Accelerando, Accelarando. I think. Look it up. Read the book if you're one of those book nerds or bookworms.
I was just saying, I think
not
it's
book
called.
nerds.
That's
I'm not discrediting reading. As I get older, I like reading more too. But yeah, it's pretty crazy though, bro. Like it's literally almost like
cool.
a prophecy coming to life. And
That's
I don't know
weird.
if they're doing it on purpose to like pay homage to that.
Maybe they're paying homage to it.
Right.
Well, you know what I think is crazy about this AI thing? It's kind of the same thing that happened when the whole crypto boom happened.
Mhm.
Is what it has done to like the gaming community and just the computer community, like the PC,
metaverse, bro, the online
PC
world.
Well, no, not necessarily that, but the gaming community necessarily. Because now, like for example, I built a computer with about a year and a half ago. About a year. It'd be right at a year. Would you say, JB? A little bit over a year. I built a computer. I was able to do it. I was able to buy the RAM for under $100 and like 32 gigabytes of RAM. And it's like,
and for non-computer savvy people, that's a lot of RAM. Or
yeah, like traditionally.
And RAM is what, like the computing power, like the capacity in which it like performs tasks at like a certain speed.
That's about the best way to. That's the best way to explain it. That's the best way to explain it. I mean, it does tasks and it does save data in a weird way, but it's not really your save data area. Your storage device would be.
I asked AI what would he do to fix society, and the first topic it said is fix how we treat each other.
Mm-hmm.
It says not with slogans, but with model behavior. Make empathy, listening, curiosity socially rewarded. Stop glorifying cruelty, drinking, or dunking and owning people. I don't know what it means by that.
Like
dunking? I never heard that.
It would be like flaming someone, owning someone.
And then it says teach life skills. What is it considered life skills? Schools would include emotional regulation, how to deal with anger, fear, rejection, media literacy, how not to get manipulated, conflict resolution, how to disagree without dehumanizing, and basic economics plus civics, how the system actually works.
At what point do you think that we start asking AI all these things, like in the most powerful positions on earth, to like model society after and shit? Like I don't feel like that's too far away for this thing.
What if they already do it?
Right, like how many nurses, how many people in the medical field, how many people in like really high up positions that are doing like some real nitty gritty stuff, or like having AI and these things like really help facilitate this stuff. Like it's kind of crazy, and eventually we're gonna rely on them to like
make our
set up society, make our decisions for us. Like what's the best route to take here based on your calculations?
Well, in a weird way, it's already starting.
Right.
Like for example, hospitals are now rolling in AI for all of their computer systems. Mm-hmm. For anything that they do throughout the hospital. It is saved and generated and regulated through AI.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, that just means that someone lost their job.
Right.
So
that's the scary part about all this too, is because like.
But I mean, is it really the scary part? Because if you think about it, then people can start working on creative instead of.
That's what we're headed to, for sure.
Instead of like physical, but creative. And then we thought that that was going to be the thing that AI ends up taking over first, kind of like Willy Wonka, where AI came in, took jobs, and then everyone lost their jobs, and no one had jobs, and no one had it's empty, and no one had the ability to work.
It just looked like an accident waiting.
It was
to happen
close.
Right there.
Yeah.
It was right behind your
He
phone.
literally touched my pants leg when he grabbed it.
Yeah.
But it seems like, I mean, if you look at like the actor strike, like, and the writer strike, like they were striking for a legitimate reason because the AI is taking their voices and they're like, well, we don't need you.
When you think about it
anymore.
too, like
So-
with the actors and stuff, they can make robots make look like people and do whatever they want them to do.
Well, that's what they were saying is to that, like pretty much the actors were they own their likeness pretty much. So that's what virtually Disney was saying. We own your likeness, so we don't really need you to be here anymore. So like you're kind of unnecessary, and they're like, oh, we just won't film for you anymore. Good luck, you know. And and same thing with the writers. They were like, well, we kind of don't need you. We kind of can have AI do 90% of it. And now you see what's happening with movies and video games and
And you
everything.
the few people that do get in won't care. They'll do it anyways.
Exactly. And I don't know. It's just it's kind of screwed because I mean, for the people who are traditionally like legitimately getting into like acting or writing because it's their passion. Now that passion is being taken via AI, and we thought it was going to be the other way around, in which creative jobs would be the last one left, and physical jobs would not be. But
That's going to be some of the last people standing is some of the most creative people that can use AI and program AI with like their own creative like flavor. You know?
Yes, I'm basing it more on like entertainment. I guess creative. I mean, unless you're inventing, whether it be like content or comedy or art, I thought those would be the last things left, and a lot of people did. I think a lot of people agreed that that would be like the last things left.
I think it'd be manual labor, construction stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably going to be it. It's going to be the construction worker who's left. I didn't think that that would be the case. I thought, like I said, I thought like Willy Wonka, the robots are going to come in, take over the factories, then they're going to come over and take over.
They already are taking over the factories. Elon Musk has got people wearing stuff right now in the factories. He's got wearing suits that's teaching all the robots how to make the movements to do the job that they're doing.
Yes, but it's
right now.
Not coming before the creative is being removed. Does that make sense? Let's put it this way. For example, let's use Call of Duty, for example. Call of Duty was a great game when they had legitimate developers on the team who were creating it. Now they have AI creating maps, creating voices, creating dialogue, creating
but eventually
characters.
it'll come to the time that people don't know no difference.
Right. I think we're getting to that point.
And it improves so much faster. It's like that. I mean,
exactly.
It takes us 100 years to figure something out. It takes it fucking a minute.
Yeah.
And it just keeps growing. I mean, look at you know what a creepy one is? Freaking Willow. Did y'all hear about that? It was like a year ago, I guess now.
Mm-hmm.
But the AI chip that completely they got to the end of pi in like seconds.
Really?
Yeah. And like under seconds.
I didn't hear about that. No.
Yeah, it was like, shoot, what the heck did Willow do? Let me think. Let me look it up for us. Because Willow did something that was like super, super, super impressive. I don't know if it was like getting to the end of pi or what it was. Let's see.
Did AI figure out pi? That'd be crazy.
Chip.
That would change a lot in math. Used to have pi day at school and shit, you know. Now teachers are gonna make kids right to the end of it.
Yeah. Complex computations in 5 minutes that would take classical supercomputers 10 septillion years. It
Septillion?
features
Never even heard
significant
that.
advancements in quantum error correction, enabling lower error rates, system skills, all those things. None of that really means too much to anybody. I mean, there's probably someone out there that it means something to. Let's see.
Yeah, this is all quantum computing stuff, bro. It's crazy.
Pi. Boom. Willow has been used to study molecular structures and peer inside models, demonstrated potential for future advancements, pharmaceuticals. I mean, 10 septillion years it did something that took it 5 minutes. Let's see. Solve pi. Okay, no, it didn't solve pi, but anyways, it was able to do something spectacular. I didn't know what it was able to do, but it was able to do what is considered RCS, which is random circuit sampling. Then we'd have to get into what is random circuit sampling. Designed to solve complex previous and interactable problems in minutes, not to calculate digits to pi.
Has
Okay.
pi still not been discovered? Like, doesn't it run on forever?
I think it runs on forever. I thought it got to the end
That's
of pi.
bullshit.
Look it up. Has pi ever been figured out?
There's
Does
no way that number runs on forever.
pi end at some point? No, pi does not end. It is an irrational and transcendental number, meaning its decimal representation is infinite, never ending, and never enters a repeating pattern. While commonly approximated as 3.14 or 22/7, pi continues to be infinite without ever settling into a final digit or repeating sequence. That's wild. It never even repeats a sequence. So like it never goes 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. It would always go like 5 6 7 10 11 12. Okay, I can't even think of a non-repeating sequence of numbers that would just go on forever and ever.
Well, if anybody's gonna figure it out, it's gonna be those fucking computers. I know that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, but
They got the best shot.
I think what it was saying is like it could never end. It would just never end due to the mathematical like equations that go into it. I don't really remember too much from math, bro. I mean, I remember pi
The
day.
first person that ran across that shit, they were like, they're trying to figure it out. Teacher keeps sending them back. You gotta figure this problem out. I can't.
Yeah. That's so funny, bro.
Took his whole life on to try to
like
figure
80 years, just straight philosophy.
Told you it
Trying to
couldn't be
figure it
done.
out.
That is wild to think about. But I wonder who the first person to go, huh? You can't get to the end of this number.
They got us, boys.
They got us, and it doesn't ever repeat. I wonder who made that.
You probably Google and see who learned and figured out pi.
I mean, I'm 100% know I can, but like,
And who wrote the math rules?
What is math?
Yeah, what is math? You know, that goes back to like last week talking about what is history. You know, that makes what is English at the end of the day at that point.
I mean, like, think about time. Like, time's not even a real thing. We use time to like fathom what we're going through right now.
Yeah, is time even real? Is time real?
It's like so complex. It's like all this shit that's going on at once, and then we as humans just like bring it like somewhat closer together to rationalize it, but like there's never really.
You want to know what's even crazier? Is like we say there's no time, but there is time, because if you go into like a wormhole or like a black hole, I don't know if time stops or time speeds up, but it does one of them. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure it speeds up.
Like, does the time speed up around you, or does it like does your aging speed up?
See, that's what I question. But there's studies that say like the people who go to space and come back literally age.
I thought they age less.
Do they age less or they age more?
Don't they get like a lot shorter when they come back?
Well, that's anything they get taller.
Nah, bro, they're getting shorter because they.
No, they wouldn't
No,
have they
yeah.
wouldn't have the gravitational pull on
Yeah,
them.
I think they get taller.
They
It's
would,
like your
they would,
spine.
they
Like
would get taller. You would get
I
taller.
need some of that.
Like
done
you,
to my
like you,
spine.
No,
like
I definitely. They come back sick. I'll tell you that.
I didn't say. I'm not saying they don't come back sick, but
All the
you
radiation
will
and
come
stuff.
back taller.
No, just from not being able to move and exercise. What were we looking up?
Do you get taller or shorter if you spend the
that
amount
was
of
not what we were looking up. Do you age in space? Do you age faster in space?
You could look at what the cause and effects of going to space.
That would be a good one. Oh, you were right. They do age slower than people on Earth, but only by a tiny fraction
I
of
knew
a
I was
second
right.
due to time dilation from high speeds orbital travel. However, the physical body experiences acceleration, aging-like effects
I like
such
when
as
people Google me.
rapid bone density, loss, muscle wasting, and increased DNA damage from radiation. Hey, you were right.
Yeah.
Physical biological aging faster,
Cars like a literally walking
chronological
encyclopedia.
aging slower.
If I can read something, retains the whole page.
Due to Albert Einstein's theory of relativity, specifically time dilation, time moves slightly slower for objects moving at high speed because international. So technically, if you're dropping into a black hole, time would speed up.
So technically, time is a matter of how fast you're moving, not really actually time itself.
I guess so. But chronologically aging. So does that mean if like Back to the Future in a weird way was kind of right? Like if I go fast enough, I could go backwards in time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think you're fucking with me. You don't really
No, I mean, it's true, and that's how aliens get around. Is they have to manipulate time and space around them in such a way that like our jet propulsion engines.
You should go deeper into your Bob Lazar theories.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean that's what it includes is like the jet propulsion that we consider like movement fast, like jets and shit. Like how they're going a couple hundred miles an hour.
Faster than sound.
Yeah, faster than sound. Like there's ways to manipulate time and space to basically entangle yourself into the place that you're trying to go to, and then like basically like warp speed there. Like
they say we still can't move faster than time or light.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild to think about how fast
But if
light
you could
moves?
go the speed of light, would you go backwards in time?
No, because I don't think so. Because they talk about how
to go faster
they talk about how you travel. How they talk about traveling really far in space. They talk about traveling in light years.
Yes, but
Right.
I know. So if you were able to travel faster than the speed of light, due to the fact of if you go faster, you age slower. Would technically you be able to reverse aging?
Probably not.
I think we need to get a physicist on here, bro. Can someone reach out to some physicists?
I mean, you're talking about like reversing aging, like you're
Yeah,
aging not
we need
because
some.
necessarily of time. You're aging because of your deterioration
Right,
of
like
being able
your
to
DNA is
repopulate
replicating
cells.
still.
You think a physicist could come on our podcast and yap with us?
Oh, maybe.
I don't think they're gonna listen to us. I think they're
Maybe
gonna.
Boss.
That boss would be a good one.
Is he a
Yeah.
physicist?
He's fucking one of the smartest guys I know.
Okay, so he's
Ever
not.
met.
So is he a physicist or not?
I think he did chemistry
Okay.
in college, so he does have a pretty good understanding of.
I mean, I
physics.
took chemistry in college too. So did JB.
No, like he majored in chemistry.
There's a difference when you pass or fail the class.
Right.
I did pass the
There's
class.
a difference between like just taking one core class of chemistry and actually majoring in chemistry and doing like everything involved.
You do have a point.
Yeah. So, I mean, he knows his stuff, man. Yeah.
So like he might be able to cook up some Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Some good old Walter
Oh, no.
White.
Oh no, he
But
probably
he
could,
can't.
100%.
He definitely is not gonna be able to tell us about time warping, and we're gonna need to find
nah.
a.
If there's anybody to talk to about it, it's him.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, then he needs to get us in contact with one of his science buddies.
Yeah, we're gonna get him sat down. Brandon, we're coming for you. Y'all see him soon.
We're gonna get some science majors so we can become smarter.
Exactly, bro. That's
And-
what it's all about.
I think you got too much CTE.
Fuck you, dude. I don't have no seats. Honestly, bro. Honestly,
I don't have any CTE. First stage is
Honestly-
denial.
honestly, guys.
You're not honest.
Now this is about to be the most honest shit you've ever heard in your life.
From you?
I- I don't think CTE is real.
No, I
I
definitely
think
it's
it's
real.
I think that CTE is a social construct to
Really,
keep men weak.
really.
I
Go ahead,
really
butt my
I
wall about 150 fucking times, and let me see how your noggin feels.
I mean, I do think that like you can. I think you can get a concussion. I think concussions are real because I mean I've definitely had a pretty bad headache before.
So Antonio Brown's just full of shit.
I think he was schizo already. I think that like
Yeah.
your brain is already either predisposed or not predisposed.
So
to it.
you don't think if we and Connor sat here and punched you for 5 minutes straight in the head that you wouldn't talk a little slur after the fact?
I mean, yeah, because I have a fucking concussion, but when I heal from the concussion, I would be perfectly fucking
No.
fine. Yes,
Not how
I
that
would.
works.
I think that's exactly how it works. If anything, I think you would even like make your brain stronger
No.
once you finally.
I think
heal
it
from
kills brain cells when you hit your skull. Your brain's not supposed to tap your skull. That's why you get headaches.
I don't
Like
think
it's
so.
contusions. That's why it gets bruises from impact of your
But
brain.
like every other part of your body gets stronger, so why would your brain not get
That's
stronger?
not true.
That is true.
No.
Yes, it is. Bullshit! I slam a fucking rock into my shin 30 times. I guarantee.
You're talking about bones and body parts.
Okay.
Ligaments don't.
Yeah, they do.
You tear a ligament, you're fucked.
It depends on what ligament you tear.
Right.
90% of the time, if you tear your ankle, you know what you're gonna do when it's repaired. Traditionally,
surgery does not actually repairing itself. I mean, your body does not get stronger.
I'm just saying that like if it doesn't physically completely tear, and even the doctor said traditionally a lot of times when ankles completely tear, they come back stronger. Just saying.
Right. So you're talking about your brain as an organ.
Hearts. You abuse the heart. You know, you go and get a hard workout in. Just saying that's
different type of abuse.
I'm just saying.
It's different type of abuse.
No.
I punch you in the heart 5 times. It's probably not gonna get stronger.
I don't know. I might not feel it. I've been when I first started fighting to now when I got hit in the heart. You know that shit fucking hurt. Nowadays, you hit me in the chest, I'm probably gonna go. All right, dude.
It doesn't hurt your heart, it hurts your chest.
It
might actually hurt your heart through your chest, but it's usually
and now I'm
chest.
going to break your face. You know, those kinds of things.
CTE is definitely real.
I just think it's a human. I think it's a social construct to keep people weak and deprived and feared of.
Scared of contact sports.
Coming from a guy with CTE.
But why would they steer the youth away from contact sports if contact sports are some of the highest grossing things? Like if the world's ran by money and these evil elites and stuff like that.
Because they don't want people.
Maybe they'd rather.
So you think that they come out and learned a whole new style of tackling to try to prevent CTE for it not to be real?
I think CTE is fake, bro. I think the studies on it are bullshit. I think it's just people with schizo who are playing contact sports who already have predisposed like things going on with their brain. I'm just gonna say, I was going to be a psychology major. I watched that concussion movie. I said it was bullshit. Teacher said it wasn't.
You could have been a good psychologist.
I would have been a good psychologist. I would have fucking been prescribing.
You probably would have really made people worse though. They didn't like leaving it, but this is it.
Never come back.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't come back. You'd have a horrible client return.
Yeah.
They may come back.
But isn't that part of therapy too, though? Like the business model in it is like giving people just enough of what they want to hear, so that way they keep coming back.
Yes, exactly.
Like it's kind of a fucked up way to think about it. You know, they give them like these pills that they need to come back and see the therapist so they can get the pills prescription again, and like it's kind of like.
I think that someone who understands how the brain.
I don't understand this stuff. I don't know how it works.
But I think someone who understands how the brain works and being able to hear it from a person who studied the brain and say, hey, you're not abnormal. This happens to plenty of people, so on and so forth. And just having someone to listen to probably does have some kind of benefit. Now, I can say that when I've had my counseling sessions, bro, that shit made me feel better. It was like, damn, someone actually did listen to me for once.
Right. And
but
I think
then
that's
when
probably most beneficial part is just the art of somebody sitting there to let you air out all your dirty laundry and have no care in the world.
Yep.
Or any opinion or.
Because in a sense, you're talking to a stranger.
Exactly. Right. But at the same time, like you just said, why the hell do they care? I mean, granted, some people out there, I don't know.
Right, that's kind of what I was getting at, though, is because, like, they don't care, right? So then, like, they're going to, by the time they've heard everything you had to say, yes, as therapeutic as that may be for you, the client, like, by the end of it, they're, like, still in it for the business side of it, you know? Like,
right, exactly.
The prescription and then I'm not hating on therapists out there. I mean, my God, you guys are probably doing a lot more better than good. Or better than worse, but
Definitely not what we're doing. We're not
and
hating
we're
on
just talking
therapy.
about society and how it's set up as a whole, and the fact of like therapy being something that is so heavily pushed, and like pills to alter people's brain chemistry and stuff.
I don't think that
It's definitely not
the
the way to go about
problem
it.
is that therapy isn't pushed as much and the pills are pushed more than the therapy is.
Mhm.
I think that is what the issue is. I think that
Right, they go to just a regular doctor and not a therapist, and then
well,
the
they
regular
go
doctor
to
is just
a
like, oh, your brain's out of
they
balance.
go to a
Yeah.
psychologist instead of a
Mhm.
therapist or a counselor or someone who can talk to them and guide them through it. But at the same time, you get into that question of like why 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 would that person not say that, or that doctor, that counselor not say those things? That's what my brain always went back to when I would leave. Like I could feel amazing after the session, and like it could made me feel very like re-centered in. But when you actually like when I actually like would leave, and like 2, 3, 4 days later, I would be like, why does he even like honestly? Why does that person actually care? I
Right.
don't think they actually care about what I'm having to say.
I mean, it is their job too. I mean, why does
So
the server at the table can fill your drink up?
exactly, like isn't it their job to say those things? Like,
Right.
um, oh no, everyone definitely goes through those things. It's okay, you
Mhm.
know. Um, I
They do listen to people for a living though, so there is some professionalism to that. Like they do
yes,
have experience listening to people and seeing people every day,
then
hours on day.
that's what I was getting at it with. Is
Yeah.
like
Can you
different
imagine the stories
people
they've heard?
understanding the brain, and like yeah, the stories they've heard. I guarantee when they hear what I had to say, they were like, dude, what is your fucking issue?
I can only
Because
imagine.
I will tell you right now, I have been around some legitimate crazy people, and yeah, bro, I was not crazy.
I'm surprised your therapist asked you to come back.
Huh?
I'm surprised your therapist asked you to come back.
Yeah, usually I was pretty much an asshole to my therapist. I never wanted to be there. And then I figured out that like nothing that the therapist was gonna say was actually going to help me, and it was something that I internally needed to deal with. Granted, I don't think that's the route for all people, because some people they bottle it up and it's not gonna end well, you know. Um, and I'm definitely not like discrediting anyone, and I think that if there's something that is on your chest, you should definitely go speak to someone. I was blessed to like have my best friend as my fiance and my girlfriend all throughout the times in which I was actually struggling in life. So I never really actually cared to speak to a therapist. I just went and told all of my issues to her, like
Mhm.
literally everything. I just told her, and we figure out how to get through it, because that was our jobs together, is to make it through those things and those struggles.
How long did you go?
Huh?
How long did you go?
Oh, I've been going to like some kind of like therapy of some kind for shoot from like 2013 to like at least 3 years, roughly, off and on, roughly 3 to 4 years. And then I was like, I don't need this therapy stuff. There ain't nothing wrong with me. And honestly, there's nothing that guy's gonna say that's gonna ever fix what's going on. I mean, the things that were really bothering me were like, what did I do wrong to make my dad not want anything to do with me? But that's not my fault. You know what I mean? That's not my fault. And then my brother died. I can't do anything about that either. So
Mhm.
I mean, both of those things were things that like honestly I thought that just time were gonna heal those wounds, and they did. I mean, to the best of its ability. I mean, you're not gonna be able to ever just like walk through life and be like, oh, nothing ever happened in my life. There's trauma, like we were speaking about last week. Traumas kind of define the past, and every little thing. This conversation right here is going to pave whatever happens 10 minutes out from me walking out of this door.
Mhm.
Or if it doesn't pave that, it'll pave something 20 years down the line.
Right.
Does that make sense? So, um, yeah, I think that our traumas and our experiences kind of define us. Don't define us, but um,
They help mold.
they mold us. I guess
Yeah.
they form us. You definitely can't let them define you, because if you let them define you, then you're just gonna.
They can negatively and positively mold you.
Yes, they really can. I also don't think that I would be on the journey in which I'm on right now if my brother were still sitting here.
Right.
I don't. I want to have a want, a passion to go and help someone else and make their life a little bit better, bring some kind of joy and laughter into their day.
Mm-hmm.
I want to strive every day to probably be the best version of myself. I would want to be able to probably fight my own battles. I would probably let him fight my battles for me. So there's a lot of, I guess, I wouldn't say benefit, but things that I had to learn across the journey that I have to almost say they're benefits, or else they'll destroy me.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? And that's all I think is the key to grieving.
That's anything in life.
We can go back to like we were in church today. The things that we spoke about. Everything happens for a reason. Whatever that reason is, you've got to be able to rest with it. You don't have to know the reason right then and there. I wish I would have taken a picture of the little thing, because that is something that is definitely worth waking up and looking at every morning. But one of them was rest in the unknown, and I think some people have a really hard struggle with that. Whether it be the unknown of why that person left, or why this happened, or what 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 20 minutes down the line is going to be, or what, again, 20 years down the line is going to be. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Everything happens for a purpose, and if you can come to acceptance with everything happens for a purpose and a reason,
mm-hmm.
I think life is
trusting the unknown.
Yeah,
that it is all going to work out.
That's all going to work out, and that it's all for a purpose. And when we understand it's for a purpose, it doesn't defeat us when it happens. Right. We're like, okay, this sucks. I don't know why. I don't know why my brother is dead at 17 years old and I am 12. I don't know why my dad left. I don't know why my uncle died. I mean, these people just died randomly. And when I say my uncle, I really mean my dad. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know why I couldn't control my emotions from the age of like 2 to like from the time I can remember until like 20 years old. I don't know why I couldn't control my emotions, and sometimes still to this day, I don't know why. But I do know that maybe one day I will be able to tell that person, hey, this is how I did it. This is how I figured out how to control my emotions. Mm-hmm. The thing that I use right now, and I tell people and I teach people, and is goals. But school tells you all throughout life, goals, set goals. Guess what? It really does help with controlling your emotions. It really genuinely does your actions. And when I say emotions, I'm not just meaning like, I'm not just meaning anger. It could be like just irresponsible action. You set goals and you're like, okay, if I do this, this, and this, then I'm probably not going to do this or this tomorrow or later today or later down the line, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? And then like for the deaths and things, and you just got to understand that it happened for a reason. Maybe your story one day will save someone else from jumping off of that cliff. Mm-hmm. You know?
That's what it's all about.
Or that lesson that you learned from that death or that experience or that traumatic event that happened, you'll be able to use to get you through the next struggle and go, okay, I survived the worst day of my life. Nothing else can break me, you know? And I know that's very like cliche and like, but that's basics win life. Basics win life. Basics win fights. You win your fight with a jab. Basics win wrestling matches. You win your wrestling matches with double legs and halves. Mm-hmm. You know, single legs and halves. Basics win jiu-jitsu match, and 90% of jiu-jitsu matches are won via what? Bare freaking naked.
Yeah.
It's not about some fancy thing that someone's going to be able to tell you. It's about the basic things that you learn throughout life. Goal set. Take every second as it is, you know. The goal setting thing allows you to, when you take 1 second at a time, let you stay centered and grounded so that you're not like, oh, that sounds fun. And the second I want to go do that, pop that Xanax, you know what I mean?
It teaches you not to sacrifice for what
The
you want at the
now.
moment for what you want in the long run.
And then living in the now allows you not to stress over that goal. Does that make sense?
You do the small discipline thing you can do right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It continues to propel you forward to that goal.
Exactly.
No, that's facts.
I mean, and that's I hate to go on such a tangent about it, but like I don't know. I do feel like sometimes that uh the the little moments in life that you have struggled are the things that like are going to teach you the most. And I think some people allow like death or traumas to destroy them. I mean, I know I have in the past, you know. So yeah, I hate to go on that tangent, but that's very factual. Is that every moment, every aspect, everything that happens, every breath you take in molds you. I mean, even breath. I mean, if you go and you sit there and breathe in mustard gas, what's gonna happen? You're gonna damage your lungs, right?
Yes, sir.
And it may not hurt today. Let's use the Agent Orange, for example. The people who were breathing that in, it wasn't immediately they died.
Mm-hmm.
It's 20, 30 years down the line, they're feeling effects from it. You know what I mean?
That's like one of my buddies I played football with growing up. And you guys might know him, but his dad actually ended up dying, and all his organs were messed up from using the chemical warfare when he was over there in the war.
Yeah, exactly. So it wasn't something that was an immediate, but even that breath he took in
It affected him for the rest of his life.
20 years ago affected him. You know, it's weird. It's weird how that works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything you do affects you, and it doesn't mold you today. It molds you 10, 20 years down the line. It's weird. It's weird how that works.
Yeah, little seeds you're planting today.
You gotta be willing to plant seeds of trees that you will not sit in the shade of.
That is that's a good fact right there.
So that's like, I think that's when like a man really realizes like a purpose in life is like it's okay that you won't be able to, I guess, to say like enjoy all of your accomplishments, you know, and that's how you kind of make the world a better place.
Is what?
Like just being willing to like just plant seeds of trees that you won't sit in the shade of, you know, like for like future family or people of the world, you know,
I mean,
coming
that
through.
goes into like nowadays. Me and you were talking about it last night. That like, what were the things that like I actually, the videos that actually blew up? I mean, there's a few videos of mine that weren't, but most of them were I planned out pretty meticulous and I had done right after a weight cut. Granted, yes, I stay 10% body fat year round for everyone who watches my videos. I do stay lean year round. But what did I meticulously do? I made sure that I was pumped before every video I made. I made sure that the first few weeks of doing it, I was shirtless. So what? My channel went boom. Like my TikTok was getting one of my videos. The first video I posted, 5,000 views. Next video I posted, 1,000 plus views. Next video, 1,000 plus views. Then the 20,000. Then the 30,000. And I wouldn't say those are like super viral videos, but those are. I mean, they're not. I've seen people who have 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I go look at their shorts feeds and they have like 100, 200 views on it.
Mm-hmm.
There's someone. I'm not gonna drop the name because I do enjoy their content, but like, and they do make very, 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 very entertaining and educational. I guess more educational than entertaining, because he's very knowledgeable and it's just he's very just nonchalant with the things that he does. So it's not super entertaining, and he's not, but he does have over 1 million subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was like down on the dumps about my return, I went and looked at his videos, and I'm still to this day getting more views, and I don't get that many views on my stuff. Like,
Right.
Like 1,000.
Well, that's like just getting playing into like the algorithm. How you say it? Like the algorithms that people like have on their phone. Algorithms. Yeah.
And it's like, but I specifically took my shirt off and made sure I was lean and shredded, and Like I was as lean as I was gonna be all year round.
Why do you think that got you more views?
Sex sells, brother. Sex sells. And then I started thinking about it, because then I started getting people who were sending things that I didn't want to see. They were telling me things on stream that I didn't want to hear. I mean, I still have someone who hops into my stream just about every night and goes, "What up, Billy? You remember Amy? You still want to play with her rose?" No, I don't want to play with her damn rose, bruh. Don't.
You don't want to lick it.
I spent.
Would you do it for a certain amount of money?
No, I wouldn't. I
Never
wouldn't.
sell out. Never sell out.
Exactly. And
Yeah, I thought about one time. I know they call it a certain thing, but I thought like maybe this would be a good idea. Some people might frown upon this, but like going and like doing the service for like or ladies and stuff like that. They're like they don't have like a husband at home or something. Right? Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
but like just do like handyman stuff around their house and everything. Like take your shirt off for them or whatever. Like.
I agree. Do that.
I mean, dude, think about it.
But like, sex sells, and that's what I was getting at. And like, then I had people messaging me how much for you to send me such and such, and I'm like, I really don't feel comfortable with this. And
So you ever thought about starting OnlyFans?
and then people were asking if they could get the OnlyFans link, and I'm like, and then I like really like thought about it for a fat minute. I really did. I thought about it. I was like, but then at that point you would just become a sellout, and then it goes back to
What are you selling out to?
Then it goes back to like the
Who are you selling to?
Yeah, I mean,
well,
like, yeah, selling out would be a good thing, wouldn't it? Like, you just sold out your shit, like.
no, I mean it goes back to the trees. You wanna the shadows or whatever. You wanna plant the seeds that you want like.
You gotta be willing to plant the seeds of trees that you will not sit in the shade of.
Yeah, that right there.
I'm telling you, do CTE.
Oh, that one. No, I ripped a fat dab is what happened.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't help your CTE at all, I'm sure.
I think actually.
Actually,
Factually speaking, scientifically speaking, biologically speaking, technically, it lowers inflammation, and some would say that it helps use brain patterns and brain pathways in which one usually wouldn't.
I hear you, Stoner.
All right, Mr. Mumble.
Take those two who is right here. I mean, come on. Where's the mic at?
It's in your ass, buddy. It's in your ass.
No.
Needless
I
to
would
say,
know. I know you might not, but I would know.
He wouldn't know. That shit's loose.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah, do you?
He was sleeping last night.
See, go with the gay stuff again.
Yeah.
Well, Brian farts. He whistles. So I mean, like,
Yeah, that shit's tight.
no, that's not what that means at all.
Yes, it is. It means it's tight, man. Yours goes.
I heard the conversation that you and your girlfriend were having earlier. We know how this goes, okay? See, you sound like you hear that a lot or something. Like,
yeah, when I'm bending you backwards, buddy.
That definitely doesn't happen ever.
All right. Next.
That just took a side quest.
That was not a side quest, Brian. It
Needless
might be your side quest, but that ain't fucking mine.
Needless to say,
Brian has CTE.
Fuck off with the CTE, bro. I don't have CTE. I took too many dabs, and now
Was it the dabs?
It's the dabs.
Was it the dabs?
It's the dabs, bro. There's some serious. That's some heavy hitters right there, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. You wanna try this acid, bro?
Nah,
man. Connor's had moments in time where we've been doing something, working and stuff like that, and I just look at him and I ask him, I'm like, what was the time that did it for you?
I've had a time or two. I'll tell you that.
You know, this one time, bro.
This one time at band camp? Oh, great.
No, bro. There was a. I do question sometimes if there's a connection between the psychedelic world and the spirit realm. Am I tapping into? Do you tap into like negative entities when you're tapping into that realm?
I think it's just a bad trip.
You think that's just a bad trip?
Yeah, I do.
You think that eating 4 taps of double dose acid was
It's definitely just a bad trip.
No, it's definitely just a bad trip.
There's definitely something out there.
I mean, there's definitely a spirit world. I'm not disagreeing with that, but I don't
Like-
think when you
like-
do a bunch of drugs, is it taking you to the spirit world? No. I
But
don't.
what about like a DMT, like where you're completely losing consciousness?
Again,
like-
I think it's just a
or
bad.
like
It's all in your
ketamine.
mind. It's all in your mind. It's all in your head,
But
though.
what is in your mind? Infinity.
But they do say that like your brain still kind of functions for a few seconds after death. So is death really within you?
It's all within.
I mean,
us.
technically, you're dying a little bit every day.
I mean, you are, but do you get what I'm asking? Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
It all lies within.
I guess you've never had heroic dosing. We should dose this dude up and
I agree. We should force
Wait.
psilocybin down his throat.
next episode,
7
guys.
grams psilocybin.
Yeah.
Each one of us.
Next episode.
Fuck you guys.
Next week, tune in.
No,
Tune in.
no.
We may not be here.
7 fucking grams? No.
That goes back to my CTE statement. So like those people who are
You
like,
cure CTE with psychedelics.
that's a good
Or does
question.
CTE not exist?
Can you hear? Can you hear CTE?
Because you just said it didn't exist.
I'm back to CTE. I don't believe CTE exists because, like, for example, there's people who like take heroic dosages fairly often. I thought he had a microphone on and he was going to take a piss, and I was like, "Yo, this is wild. This is fucking wild. This man's about to go."
This is why Connor doesn't have a microphone.
Exactly, because he can't sit still. You fucking ADHD son of a bitch. But like, for example, like the people who go completely batshit, like lose their mind from psychedelics. Like that was always my biggest
Yeah,
fear.
bad trips.
Yeah, but like I mean,
You remember that one time my friend took a really bad trip, and then like we seen him a couple of days later, and he had like scratches and shit all over his legs and everything. And like, he got like attacked. And I asked him what happened, and he looked at me and said it was a bad trip.
who?
I won't name drop, but yeah,
No, I don't remember that.
yeah, dude. He fucking like I didn't see him for like a couple of days. It kind of went like rogue. I was like, damn, did he die? And then I fucking went and checked on him, and fucking he was like all scratched up and like had bruises on him and shit. I was like, what happened to you, dude? And he's like, bad trip. He was in the woods and had a bad trip.
Oh, were they with me?
I don't know, maybe. I don't know. You guys tripped a lot.
Yeah, I think we were together. I think we got in a fight that night.
I think y'all did way too many drugs together.
We got in a fight that night.
I'm surprised that like when y'all died.
I am very surprised. Honestly, brother, there's a few nights where I should have been dead. That's why I feel like,
Can't kill stupid.
yeah, exactly. That's why I just feel like at the end of the day, CT is not real. No, I just feel like sometimes, like
I'm rage baiting Brian, by the way.
I don't get rage baited. I'm the ultimate rage baiter. I just feel like sometimes, damn, maybe CTE is real. Come on, bro.
Told you, bro. You gotta quit taking on licks.
No, I just
Man,
y'all just keep
drink some water.
Y'all just keep slaying me off of the fucking topic. Now that this guy's back, like you know.
See,
So like, what do you think, bro? What do you think? What you got, bro?
CT is real.
Like the people who have bad trips. You know, you ever taken psychedelics, had a bad trip,
Watch
Some
head
of
spins
my
and
best
shit.
trips started out as the worst trips.
and then
That's the
then,
peak.
Like,
Yeah. No, that's what it was. It was like so bad because like I was fighting it, you know.
Yep.
And then you get to the point where you just like let go, and it's like the most spiritually enlightening journey.
You just gotta let go, man.
Damn,
So-
dude, there was a place to let go too. It's crazy.
I've that double dose 4 tabs I took, probably the best trip I ever
Wouldn't
had.
it be crazy? You know how they can like hook up people's brains and kind of like see their dreams and shit like that? Would you like hooked up somebody's brain while they're like on a trip and seeing all the shit they were seeing?
That'd be
I
cool.
don't think you can hook up someone's brain.
And you know they probably
Brain
do
chip?
that.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
know
they
they
can.
probably do that.
Yeah, they do.
No, they can't.
Look it up.
No, they can't.
You done Google me once a day. Go ahead.
Nah, bro, that's not real.
You don't be okay.
Like
Look it up.
How much of the plot do you think of Stranger Things?
Leave in the comments if Brian's wrong because he is.
I'm not wrong.
Exactly. And what do y'all think about this too? Stranger Things.
Never watched it.
The plot of that show, like these kids, like they were giving these parents all sorts of like psychedelic drugs and like float tanks and all this
The
shit. like, while
kids
they
were, or the
pregnant.
parents were doing it
The
too.
parents were while they were pregnant with these kids. And these kids came out with superpowers, and 11, the main character in Stranger Things, is one of those kids because
No,
like
bro,
the
you
parents
can't do
were
that.
because the parents
it.
were basically getting all these like psychedelic drugs and the kid while they're in the womb were getting them and got like all these enhanced like cognitive effects like whenever they were.
You know, I was watching a video the other day that said that Stranger Things is real. Like,
That's what I'm
it was
saying.
a documentary.
Yes, it's basically a documentary because like I'm guarantee they run these tests on
I
people.
feel like a lot of them, like Predator. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they do.
We're not. The Predator's not real.
I mean, just say I'm not saying necessarily the Predator himself are real, but I'm saying the context of the Predator in like different
hell,
movies.
Godzilla. I mean, that movie right
You
there.
know what I'm saying?
JB. No. She's about to knock everything over.
Remy.
Thanks, Chief. I was waiting for that. I don't think that. I don't know. There has to be some truth to some fiction out there. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Emotional twist.
Like
The
the sci-fi
AI
realm.
Yeah.
Like iRobot.
Mm-hmm.
They look like Tesla bots, bro. I think Elon did that on purpose, though. I think he was fucking with people. I think he thought that was funny.
Dude, he could either be one of the greatest things that ever happened to civilization, or he can be one of the fucking worst.
Yeah, there's no in between.
It's kind of creepy. He has a lot of power. He has a lot of money, and all came from one little app.
See, and the crazy thing to me about him having all the power is like there's people in this world, there's families in this world that have more power than him, and you never even hear them.
Right. No, I agree.
Let me try that. What are you gonna say? Drop something.
No, like there's just so many people in the world that like you have no idea like who they are, what they do. I mean, hell, even like the George Soros and like people like that.
The Rockefellers, Rothschilds.
Right. Like, I mean, you hadn't seen George Soros out in a minute, and he just like pays all these people to just do all this heinous shit. Like literally, like
he's one of the people who want to see America fall.
Protests, riots, like.
Or like
And these are the same people that are like funneling money into like politicians' pockets too to influence laws. That's what's fucked up about it. Fuck all the heinous shit they're doing. Like, on top of that, they're making laws.
That's like Europe with the fucking. They gotta have like a damn. What's it called? It's like an ID card that you have to be a part of the system.
No, they're doing that shit in fucking the United States too, bro. Real ID.
Yeah.
They're coming out with all that stuff. It's a digital ID.
They did that.
They're doing it at the airports. They play the video and shit now.
They did it first when
it's like a sci-fi movie, bro. It's crazy.
They did that first when COVID happened. It was almost like it was a test run during COVID. Because
COVID was a test run to accelerate us to this exact moment we're at now.
It's kind of creepy, isn't it?
Yes.
If you really think about it, it's almost like the way that things happen. It almost feels like it was played out perfectly. And that goes back to like things we were saying, like everything happens for a reason.
No, talking about things being planned out. August 2019, Jeffrey Epstein dies in a prison cell. October 2019, COVID's released from a lab.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. You were right. That was the exact same time.
Exact same year.
That was the exact same time, and it was like
coincidental that now all this Epstein stuff is coming out.
And they got a new virus that's coming out in India right now. You hear about that?
Yeah, but supposedly that comes out every year. We'll see.
Well, I mean,
75% fucking kill rate.
Oh no, it's fatal as fuck.
And you know how they're saying they're getting it is they put these bowls out in these trees to like collect like some type of like rainwater or something off the trees, and the bats are peeing and pooping in the bowls of the stuff they're using to make this certain dish.
Why do they keep doing bats? Like, what is it? Their fixation on bats somehow.
It wasn't.
I feel like if bats are this fucking bad, why don't we just fucking eradicate them bastards?
Well, because they're not that. They're actually really good for the environment. They keep down on like mosquitoes and other insects and things like that. But
Bill Gates come out with his own fucking mosquito.
But they're absolutely disgusting. But I think didn't the mosquito that he came out with, wasn't it supposed to like rid people of like MRSA or not MRSA?
It gives people MRSA.
No, not it gives people MRSA, but what's it? Lyme disease? Not Lyme disease.
I don't know. It gives them something.
No, it's.
You know that Bill Gates and China probably own more farmland in America than Americans own farmland in America.
Yeah, that's wild, ain't it? That's a scary thought.
Why the fuck is he owning so much farmland?
Because it's what we need to survive.
No, because he's going to prevent us from growing food on it.
Right. He's going to geoengineer shit.
He's going to open up fucking labs.
Well, that's what.
They geoengineer.
Well, that's what I was saying. That's what we need to survive. I'm gonna put my tin foil hat on for a second because I really don't want. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if like
tinfoil hat, rip stab, hits us with some fire.
exactly.
If you really pulled out a tinfoil
Dude.
hat, I would like shit.
That would be nuts, dude. We might need to get like a tinfoil hat for the set.
Yeah,
just,
that would be
like
hilarious.
anytime somebody has some shit to drop,
Just
like,
throw it
tinfoil
at it.
hat on,
Throw it at them. That would be hilarious. But like, honestly, I think y'all should keep going on with y'all's conversation, and I'll put my tinfoil hat on. Y'all keep talking about Bill Gates. I'll give you my opinion.
Well, Mr. Beast had a video the other day where he went into like one of these labs, and he literally had a chef like cook 2 chicken sandwiches. One with lab-grown chicken, one with regular chicken. Absolutely identical taste. Of course, Mr. Beast picked the wrong one. And they said which one's real chicken, and he picked the lab-grown one. He's like, "No way!"
Yeah, of course
You know.
you did.
Yeah.
I think that
Of course. Of course, he's endorsing lab-grown meat now.
of course she is. Just pull, or actually now you gotta hit the button, but hold it down.
He's probably part of the system too.
Let me put my tinfoil hat on. It's wool, not tinfoil. It's not wool either. I think it's just fucking cotton. Anyways, I am in belief that he owns so much farmland in America for the exact reason that you just said, and owns all of the tech for the exact reason that you just said. Because if he owns food, something we need to survive. If he owns tech,
Entertainment.
Technically we also need to survive now.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of owns the world at that point.
Like
The only other thing he needs to own is fucking oil. Yeah. He figure out how to buy water. I mean, we're fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like being the pharmacy and the doctor at the same time.
Exactly. That's a wild one in and of itself. That how many pharmacies?
Well, the doctors get paid for a certain amount of like
opioid prescriptions and Xanax prescriptions and things like that.
And you want to talk about people working together? How about the government and like all the medical industry, like basically like colluding to
charge the fuck out of everybody?
Yeah, give out all these, all the free vaccines we got. They're not free. Like somebody paid for them. Like the insurance, the doctors, whoever. Like the government made a shit ton of money. The medical or the insurance.
Hospitals were getting paid a certain amount of money from the federal government if they had COVID patients. For every COVID.
And on top of like the vaccines that they distributed and shit. Like I'm not saying that.
And the fact that the vaccine
is causing heart problems and sterilization in people our age.
I'm not against regular fucking vaccines, because I mean, if you are, you're just a fucking moron. Because I mean, just think about it.
There are essentials though, and they have.
There are. I mean, polio has been eradicated because of what? Vaccines.
Right.
Polio is making a comeback because of what? People are freaking stupid and decided that, hey, I'm not going to vaccinate my child. Meh. Well, guess what? You're an idiot, and now your child has polio, and we're going to have to bust out the freaking iron lungs again for the first time in almost 100 years. You get what I'm saying? Now, it went through scrupulous testing. Like, there is measured, and it takes like 10 to 20 years to develop like a vaccine. You want to know how long it took to develop COVID vaccine?
Like 9 months?
Probably not even 9 months. That's the wild thing. I don't know how long it took, but it damn sure took less time than any other vaccine to ever be created in existence. And I get that it was in a time of crisis, and so that they could use that as a tool and a measurement of it.
But people that got the vaccine still got COVID after getting the vaccine.
Mm-hmm. And you can't
they get sicker now.
Like, you can't force anyone to just go, hey, I'm going to inject myself with this. Like, people were literally losing their jobs over it. It was like a
people were going to get dishonorably discharged from the military for not having the vaccination.
Right. And that's where I was getting with the whole like the medicinal industry and the government, like how they forced all the government workers to all get vaccinated and stuff. Like that's immediately like money in Pfizer in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like that's already checked off the box.
There's kids dropping dead
with soccer players.
Arrhythmias.
Yeah, soccer players.
I mean, how many vaccines do you think kids are taking now compared to when we were kids? And that's a short span.
It depends on what kind of. I was gonna say the numbers are way down.
Ever since COVID, especially too.
Because of people who believe it. Like, there's a lot of people.
But there's
I know,
reason to be like fearful of vaccines
I
after
mean,
the whole COVID shit. Like, how
I
can you
could
blame
see
certain
that.
people?
Well, it's not even
I
just
could see
COVID too.
that.
Like kids get too many of the vaccines
JB.
sometimes, and they have a bad
JB.
response to that shit.
JB. Exactly. I mean, it's just
Like kids are like I had a guy that I worked with at one point, and his son got some certain vaccines, and he had like a bad response to it. Ended up being like where he's like somewhat paralyzed and like not coherent. You know, like he's not like a normal person.
Yeah,
Well,
those still exist too, for sure.
I mean, I'm not saying that the flu vaccine and the COVID vaccine are the exact same thing because one uses proteins, one uses
Who
antibodies.
knows how fucking flu, like the number of flus that we had the year of COVID were way down to every other year that we've ever had the
Yeah.
flu.
Yeah.
Needless to say, the year that I ever got a flu shot, I got the flu, the worst I'd ever gotten it, and like got almost hospitalized. I was asleep for a whole, like literally a whole week. Now I was a kid, maybe my memory is a little blurry, but even if I speak to my mom, she's like, "Yeah, we were loading you up in the car to go to the hospital, and you woke up, and you were like, I'm good. Can we go back inside?" And so we walked ourselves back inside. She laid me back on the couch. She made me some food, and I went back to sleep. And then I woke up a few days later again. Obviously, I was waking up, but like it was for a very slight period of time because if that were the case, my mom wouldn't have had me still. But you know what I mean.
Mhm.
It was like I was literally asleep for a whole freaking week.
So you know, a cool thing that I like about Zens compared to like other things that I used to dip, you can take a Zen and open the back side of the can
I'm so sorry, y'all.
and freaking put your old Zen that you used inside the can, so you don't have to throw it.
A lot of different dips you can. They're like other countries you can do that. It's just America you can't. But we have low quality tobacco.
And like the cigarette, cigarettes are like the most littered thing in the world, or in the United States at least.
Mhm.
Did you know in like other countries, like cigarettes are not nearly as bad for you? It's just in America.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying like tobacco is good for you by any means, but it's not nearly as bad for you as like the world makes it out to be. It is just the way that we produce and manufacture just about everything here. Because I mean, even with like food, you look at like food. I mean, the food here is like trash comparative to other countries. You go to other countries, you eat some pasta, you're not gonna feel like shit. You go eat pasta here, you're gonna feel like shit.
Mhm.
You're going to. There's no ifs, ands, buts.
Our portions are supersized too.
Not really. Not really.
Dude, when I went to Europe, bro, everybody was like, they're definitely not as overweight as America is.
But they give
like,
you,
in a whole.
but they still give you a legitimate amount of food for just about every meal, and it's like
Mhm.
it's a lot of food. Like you're
Oh, yeah.
getting almost more food for what you would get in America, and
Mhm.
it's like
And drinking alcohol out there is like, they don't binge drink as hard. They like
they drink every day.
they casually drink every day, like a drink or two with dinner and stuff like that. Like maybe the occasional third glass of wine or some shit, but like they're not like binge drinking. Like
Do you think they do more drugs there?
It depends on what part of Europe.
Yeah, I mean, there's the nightclub scene in Europe is definitely a big thing.
It's
like
much
the whole.
more fun.
Yeah.
I would say that like if you were going to like have some nightclub time, I wouldn't do it in America. I'd go to Europe.
Barcelona, Spain.
Yeah, they got some good nightclubs.
I don't know. I think Nashville's pretty cool.
That's not really a club.
Yeah,
There's a lot of clubs in Nashville.
it just depends where you.
I mean, yes, but not really, bro. Not the same. It's not the same. It is not the same. Not at all. Not even a little bit.
I mean, well, I think Europe would be cool, but
They kind of like all sleep in and like in their days really late too. So like all their stuff doesn't start popping off until like midnight, 1 o'clock. Like how we kind of like go out around like 9, 10.
Mhm.
Like they're more so like they're not even getting to the club yet until like midnight.
Yeah.
And then they go until like 6 a.m.
Yeah, they like really
They go
get down.
hard.
You know, like I took a pill in Ibiza. You don't take a pill in America. Wake up 6 years older. You know. You take a pill in Ibiza, bro. You wake up 6 years older. You know.
Mm-mm.
You don't know the fucking song.
Mike Posner,
Thank you.
legend.
Yeah. Hey man, did you see the remix of that? That was an amazing song.
No, check it out.
It's talking about his sobriety, and he's like 6 years later, I finally got sober. Found out the life I was living wasn't something cool or something like that. R.I.P. Avicii,
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Check it out. Absolutely.
It was really cool. He played it at one of his concerts.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a tearjerker. It make you kind of cry a little bit.